From other countries to your living room, from the big screen to the little one in your pocket, we're bringing you all the best stories of the week. I'm Daniel Nichols, and this is Awakening News Now. Traditionally, Awakening News Now has been an outlet to promote upcoming events and activities that you may want to be a part of. Now, in these uncertain times, we want to change our focus to bringing you good news that's happening right in our very own backyards. We believe that good news is important, and we want to talk about it. In fact, word of our new mission has risen the social ranks and inspired some very well-known figures. John Krasinski has launched a spin-off titled Some Good News, and we couldn't be happier about it. After all, you can't copyright good news. And John, if you ever watch this, we're flattered. And please don't sue us. Let's get right to the good news this week. Some members of our community have become local legends. Our very own Roman Alvarado made it big on the news with an incredible trick shot.
Finally tonight, backyard sports video time. This one's sent in by Natalie. Roman there on the trampoline. Did you see that? Bounce, bounce. Toss, nothing but net. But wait, there's more. A backflip to boot. Unbelievable. Watch it again here. Bounce, bounce, flip, and swish. Wow.
If I tried that, it would go viral for different reasons. The assistant principal at Shawnee Mission North was featured on Some Good News.
This week, the Boston Marathon was canceled, but nothing was going to cancel Shawnee Mission North High School's assistant principal.
Also, a member of Antioch's Worship and Creative Arts Department didn't let quarantine hold him back from making the most of his special day.
Congratulations!
Love you guys! Congrats! You guys look so good! You look so good! So great, Chris.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Armitage. In other news, one of our very own students, Mary Kate Rechtine, was elected Student Council President of North Kansas City High School.
Hi, my name is Mary Catherine Rechtine. I am a junior and I'm running to be your student body president. Come on inside. I have been a part of the leadership class the past 3 years and I'm your current student body vice president. That means the learning curve is 0. If you want Stuco to be great, vote for Mary Kate.
Wow, that's so great. Now we want to bring in a very special guest, one of the heroes of Antioch Church. Our very own care pastor, Pastor Carrie Murphy, is joining us with more awesome news.
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
boy, you are all spiffed up.
You know, that's the way we do it here at Awakening News. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
So,
Thanks so much for joining us.
man, it's so good to see what you're doing, and there is always good news if you're looking for it.
That's true. That's true. So, hey, couple questions for you real quick. Thanks for coming on. First of all, one of your roles at Antioch Church is, as our care pastor, is you oversee benevolence. And for anyone who is watching who maybe doesn't understand what that term is or what all that entails, could you give us a little clarity on what that means?
Sure. There were 3 ways that Jesus ministered to people. One was he obviously ministered to them spiritually, and then emotionally, and then also physically. And so I love it. We base this ministry off of Matthew 25, when Jesus said, I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. And his disciples, they were kind of bewildered. They said, when were you ever hungry? And when were you ever thirsty and sick? And he said, you visited me. He said, as much as you do this unto the least of these, you do it unto me. So that's our mandate, and to minister to people in a physical sort of a way with food. And the food pantry is a part of the benevolence ministry. It's just helping people in the areas of finance or food or physical needs. And it's a great reward to see people that are going through a crisis, going through an emergency, and be able to supply food for them, which is one of the most basic essentials of life.
Yeah, seriously. I love it. That's so cool. So we at Antioch Church, we recently put out the word when all of this quarantine stuff started we gave out the option for people to give towards food pantry and a few other things. What I hear that we've had a pretty good response. Is that right?
It's been amazing. First of all, we've had a couple of guys, volunteers, who have come to the food pantry at the church, and we've designated times almost like 4 days a week for people to come, and then for people to come to receive food. And we've had life groups who have donated like boxes and boxes of food. And then we just had church members, I think as many as 14 drop-offs have come in the last couple of weeks. And then we've been able to give out food to people in the community, people from our church. So we've had quite a great response of people bringing in goods, all kinds of food items and essentials. It's been amazing. We had, like within about a week, $2,400 come in.
Wow.
To supply food. Now we have places that donate food to us, like different stores, but then sometimes we just have to go buy food. And so that's going to allow us to be able to go and purchase food and help people during this incredible, difficult time.
Seriously, because the struggle's real for some people. Some people are really, really fighting it. And I love that we get to do that. What about anything from your world personally? Any news?
Oh my, I'm just, I'm on the phone a lot, counseling people, encouraging people, some with illnesses, some with just anxiety and just being closed in, trying to encourage them to look up. This too shall pass. It's going to one day be behind us, and we're going to obviously look at it in the rearview mirror one day and say God brought us through it. So,
amen. Cool. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The legend of Antioch Church, Pastor Kerry Murphy, bringing the good news to us today. Thank you all so much who have given, who have donated, and please continue if you haven't already. It's easy. Get some food and drop it off at the church at those times, and let's continue our outreach. So, Pastor Kerry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Daniel, for all you're doing to minister to our students and for everybody that's giving and has such a generous heart. Even when people are struggling themselves, they're still giving, and that's the biblical principle.
Oh, yes.
Keep sowing seed, and then we get a return. We get a return blessing for God to meet our needs as well.
So amazing the way people step up when it's crunch time.
It really is.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
Hey, you too. We'll see you later.
Bye.
We have more good news to share, but before we do, I'm going to pass it over to the one that you all truly miss, the lead anchor of ANN, Caleb Sostarich, with a special update. Caleb?
Thank you, Daniel. Up first, we're going to take a look at the weather this week. How about that, huh? Up next, we're going to show you how people in our communities have celebrated their quarantine birthdays. Her first birthday party.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Layla!
Once again, happy birthday to,
Abby, Tiara, Sophia, and Layla.
and I hope you guys had a wonderful birthday. We hope to see you soon, Antioch, and thank you, Daniel, for having me. Back to you.
Thanks, Caleb. Always a pleasure. Now we have some incredible people joining us right now.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Hi.
Daniel, how are you?
how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. We're on here with Gina and ETLC Fuentes.
Hi, guys.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to Awakening News Now.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so I got a couple questions for you guys. Some info I want to get to our watchers. ETL, I'm going to start with you. So we, a couple weeks ago, started the Hope Initiative, where we put out the opportunity for people to give money and supplies and stuff towards different outreaches in the church. Can you tell us a little bit about the vision behind that and how it relates to Advent Hospital?
Yeah, our vision obviously has changed throughout this time, but we still want to, shed light and share our love with people. And I think the best way that we did it, we were meeting about trying to figure out what can we do. And we just felt like the medical professionals are on the front lines of all of this. So what best way to bless them than to give them dinner or lunch and
Amen to that.
give them love through food. And so we've been donating dinners to different units. So we've been donating to the ICU, the CCU, and the PCU, which are the units that have COVID patients, and the medical professionals there are the ones that are attending to them. So we've been giving Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, Olive Garden, and these restaurants have also been donating extra. So
Wow.
It's just our community has just gone above and beyond to just show our love and our appreciation for all the medical professionals.
Gina, so you work in the hospital. Is there anything you can tell us about how that's been received and kind of the morale of what's going on inside the building?
So the morale is really good. Honestly, in the beginning, it was kind of tough because it was something that we'd never really known before. And so, everybody's kind of worried. They're scared. They're worried about taking their
There's someone behind you.
somebody knocked on the door.
Oh. Because you got a house full of people.
So they're worried about taking COVID back to their home, to their children, to their family.
Yeah.
So not only are they isolated outside of work, but they're worried about how they're going to function when they get home. In addition, you're trying to really mentally prep yourself for coming to work. And so I think the food is just one of those extra things that, everybody loves food, but it was just wow, you don't have to think about bringing lunch. You don't have to think about what you're going to do. You don't have to go down to the cafeteria. That helps, even keep it more segregated so that people aren't cross-contaminating, go downstairs to the kitchen, getting food,
Sure.
things like that. So it's a different world that we live in right now because we all have to wear masks and we all have to stay 6 feet apart from each other. And we're pretty, nurses are pretty tight with each other. We're like family.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what our world is right now. But we've been blessed that it's just kind of been a steady pace, and we've had people leave. They've discharged. They were diagnosed with COVID, and we have this big celebration. We started a couple weeks ago where we play a chime over the intercom, and that means that somebody's going to be released in the next 15 minutes. So people go up there and everybody wears their mask, and we have like all these signs that say,
I love that.
I'm stronger than COVID. COVID can get out of here. Like all these different signs that people, volunteers, people in the community.
You don't have any videos of that, do you?
They do on, I think they do. Our marketing company is working on putting it all together. So it has really brought everybody together. There was a husband and wife who were both diagnosed in the hospital. Their kids were at home. They hadn't seen them. The wife got better. The husband was on an event for a very long time, and he got discharged. And that was the most emotional exit that I have ever seen. Like the kids were like out there waiting to see him. It was so amazing to watch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you. Oh, one more thing. Gina, am I right that I heard that there's been people outside the building praying every Saturday morning?
Oh, yes. How could I forget that? So, yes, there are some churches in the area that have come to, and like they've kind of like all set a date to come different times, and they go into the parking lot and they turn on their flashers, honk their horn. Some people make signs, banners, they have different stuff. And they're like waving at us through the windows, praying, encouraging people.
Listen, we're so grateful. Thank you guys so much for being on here and sharing with us and giving us an update on what's happening in your world. We love it. We love hearing about it. And we're praying for you guys.
And thank you to Antioch for providing food. That was so awesome. And not only just for food, but they really focused on the night shift, which sometimes we all know night shift, we kind of all forget about them because we all go home and go to bed. But those night shifts, you know, that's a hard shift to work. And that's where they brought the food. And that was just like, oh, okay. They're bringing food for us tonight. And I'm like, yeah.
We're not forgotten.
I know. So it's good.
So good. Okay. Well, we got to get back to the viewers. So thank you guys so much for stopping in. Love it. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Wow, I am blown away by how awesome people are. That's all we have for today, but we're not done. We want to hear from you guys. Please share your good news with us on any of our social media platforms. And remember, you can be the good news in someone's world. I'm Daniel Nichols. See you later.